Happy Sunday to one and all. Today we are doing the second paycheck cash stuffing for September. So get yourself a drink, grab a snack, and let's get right into it. Welcome back to Katie's Budgets. My name is Chris, and like I said in the intro, we are doing our second paycheck cash stuffing for September because I got paid August 30th, and then this is the next one I get paid every 2 weeks. So just kind of a quick refresher for those folks that may be new to the channel or have not visited before. I typically do a hybrid situation with the Dave Ramsey cash stuffing method in that I pay all of my bills electronically out of my bank account at payday, and then anything that's left over I then take and then I break that down into categories that I want to be able to save. So you're going to see things that are my variables, and then things that are, I've got money set aside specifically for savings challenges because I'm trying to really focus on putting more money into savings. And a fun way to do that is savings challenges. If you haven't caught one of my videos on that, you certainly should. And then of course there are my high priority and low priority items that I am trying to save for as well. I don't have a lot of categories. I have quite a few, but I'm trying very hard to kind of minimalize and reduce the number of chaotic categories that I have. This is a list that changes from time to time. You'll see it kind of switch up here and there. I do play with my binders from time to time as well. So you're going to see a couple of switched up binders than what you had seen before if you had caught one of my other videos. But today we are going to be stuffing a total of $705, and I have that right here. And we have our breakdown sheet here as well that I took to the bank. So we've got 420s, 205s, 95, nope, I'm sorry, take that back, 420s, 210s, 95 and 5s, and 10 and 1s. So let's go ahead and count that up and make sure that we have everything that we are supposed to have. And I think I need a little bit of help. This takes me back to my old teller days when I used to count cash consistently for 8+ hours a day. Alrighty, so we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 400. And then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 600. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. And then 96, 7, 8, 9, 700, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 705, exactly what we should have to work with. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And then I am going to have my sheet here off to the side as well so that I can reference back to that as I go. And we are going to start off with stuffing our variables. And I did switch this one up a little bit. I changed out the binder and the envelopes to kind of give me a little bit more of a fall feel. And we are going to start with spending. We're going to put $100 into spending. So we did that in 2 20s, 4 10s, and then 20 in 5s. So we should have a total of $100. What I do with this money is I then split that each week that makes up my pay period. So again, I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. So this $100 will be $50 for the first week and then $50 for the second week. Anything that's left over when I go to do my check-in at the end of that week gets pulled and it gets put into my rollover envelope, and that is what I use to go towards my savings challenges. I certainly try to set that aside to help with that because every little dollar counts, and if I challenge myself not to spend my whole spending money, then I have more to play with. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, and 100. So we will set that in there. So this envelope gets completely emptied every 2 weeks. We don't carry anything over on that at this time. Okay. And then groceries, we do carry this over if there is any. Right now it's not in this binder, it's actually in my wallet. So when I go to do my check-in after my paycheck cash stuffing, whatever's left in there will get added to what I'm going to use for that week. And we are adding 250 for that one. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, and 10 makes 50. And typically what I do is that first week, I go ahead and give myself about $150 for groceries because that tends to be the bigger shopping week. And then whatever's left goes for the second week. And then we have home, we are adding $50. So we're going to do 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. And I do apologize if you hear some rustling and some noises in the background. That's my two cats. They just had dinner, so now they've got the after dinner zoomies. We had $60 before we added funds today. And these next three categories, so home, pets, and gas, those do roll over each time. So adding the $50, and we should have 110. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, and 10. I'll go ahead and update our tracker real quick. How is everyone's fall getting started for everyone? I cannot believe that we are already halfway through. I feel like it was just July. I know that that's not true, but it certainly feels that way. Before we know it, it's going to be Halloween. I cannot wait. I love Halloween. All right, so that takes care of home. Oh, come on, get in there for me. It's just being a little bit irritating. Okay, and then pets. So again, anything that I have left over from week to week on pets does get carried over. And we had a balance of 85. We are adding 50 to this one as well. I do order in their cat food, their wet and dry food, as well as their cat litter from chewy.com. So usually this doesn't fluctuate too much unless for some reason, outside of their orders, I have to pick something up last minute. So we had 85, we added 50, we should have 135. So there's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. Which is good because I know that their dry food is about due. And I think I'm coming up on their litter as well. 135. I feel like pets are almost as expensive as kids, at least to a certain degree. I know as they get older, kids, they definitely get more expensive. I have a niece and nephew that I purchased for, and for birthdays and Christmas, and just because, and they probably suck up quite a bit of money on me. So, okay. Then gas, we are going to be adding $60 to this one. So we're going to do 2 20s, 10, 15, and 20. The way gas works for me is that typically what I will do is I will gas up at the pump with one of my cards, and then I will take the funds out of this and put it back into the bank to pay myself back. So we had 65 in there. We should have 125 now. 20, 40, 60, 80, 91, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Thankfully, right now I don't have a very big commute. I will in the future, I have a feeling, but I'm going to enjoy that short commute while I can. Alrighty. And that pretty much takes care of our variables. So this binder is our main star when we go to do our check-ins. This is where I'm going to take those funds to go into my wallet each week. So that takes care of that one for now. And then moving into, actually I needed to keep that up real quick. I'm going to add some funds to that rollover envelope for savings challenges because I did set aside specific money for savings challenges. So I did I did $50, so I did 20, 5, 10, 15. So we're gonna 15, 20. Try to get some nicer bills in there because those tend to stick around a little longer. And then the 10 ones. So we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 15. We will just add that to whatever cash we have in this envelope and we will sort that out. Looks like I have a blowout on this envelope. That figures I was just experimenting with those anyways. So that takes care of the variables binder. Now we can move into my sinking funds. And I have both my high and low priority sinking funds in this one binder. And we always start with my high priority. So we are going to be adding $25 to emergency this time. My goal for emergency totally is going to be at least $1,000, if not more. I'd love to have enough eventually to be at least a month or 2 months ahead on all of my bills. That would be ideal. Let's see, and that's going to give us $295 because we should have $270 in there first to start with. And we have a placeholder for $200 already in the bank, and then 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, and 95. So we're almost up to 300. That is awesome. Next payday, we should be able to break that. And then Christmas, we are going to add 25 to that one as well. And I think I'm really doing well on Christmas this year so far. I certainly have bypassed my estimate. I was trying to go for at least 500 by November, and I am over that now. So with what we're adding today, we should have 615. Anybody else finicky about having all their bills the right direction? I'll tell you. Okay, so in the bank, I have $500, and then we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 600, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 615, right on target. So now I'm just kind of challenging myself to see how much I can get this to until probably the first part of November. Okay, and then birthdays, we are adding $5 to that one. I am working on 2025 birthdays now, trying to get a jump on that. And we had 25 in there. We're adding 5, so we should have 30. And my goal for this is usually about $50 to $75 per person. And right now I have, I want to say probably almost 6 people I probably need to think about buying birthday for. So there's 20, 25, and 30. And then vet expense, we are adding $10 to that one. This covers anything for my 2 cats that has to do with going to the vet. So if we have to go get our nails trimmed, if they're not feeling well, if they need, their well baby checks or their immunizations, that's where we go ahead and pull the funds from. And we had 121, and we are changing it to 131 is what we should have. And this is one of the only funds that I do not cash condense at the end of the month. I do leave everything in cash because it's just easier for me to take cash and pay the vet rather than worry about having to write a check because they don't take cards. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and 31. So 131. Ideally, I would like to get this up to about 500 and then start looking at trying to get some pet health insurance at some point. And then car maintenance, we are adding $5 to that one. I think the only thing I have upcoming is that in a couple thousand miles or so, I will need to do an oil change. So We are adding 5. We had 155. That should bring us to 160. So there is $100 in the bank. 20, 30, 40, 45, and let's try that again. Did I miscount it at some point? 20, 40, 50, 55, and 60. There we go. I don't know how to count. Maybe I need to go back to school for a little bit. Okay, 160 for that. That's where it should be. And then license plate renewal. This had been fully funded, but I just recently went ahead and submitted the renewal online. So this one I am going to be adding $10. I did that on the 10th. And we're going to start that up for next year. I happen to live in a state where it's about $160 right now for a renewal for your license plate stickers. So we'll be working on that for next year. Okay, but I'll tell you what, having the money set aside when it comes due is awesome. I don't feel like I'm panicking. I'm not having to pull from savings funds. I've got everything where I need to. And then Costco, we're going to put $5 in that one. And this is just for my annual Costco membership. And that I think is like $130 now. I'll have to look, but we are just saving that up because next March that's going to come due. So we have 50 in the bank, 70, 80, 85, and 90. All right, and then going into debt, this is to save up to make an extra payment on one of my credit cards that I'm currently carrying a balance on. And I am not putting anything in that one. I forgot about that one. That's okay. That can get funded with savings challenges and things as well because I use those as feeders, so we'll just skip that one. And then going into low priority, we have holidays. These funds are used specifically for anything related to the holidays. So whether it's 4th of July, Easter, Christmas, New Year's, Halloween, whatever it is, if there is something that I need specifically for that holiday, whether that is stuff to make food, whether it's Halloween candy, decorations, to help with an extra gift, that sort of thing, it absolutely comes out of this fund. And we are adding $10 to that one. And I kind of want to see this probably at like $250, maybe $300 total. I don't know. But with the major holidays coming up, starting with Halloween, it probably is going to get touched. So I have to be realistic. All right, so we should have 190 now. So we have 150 in the bank. Then we have 70, 80, 85, and 90. So 190. I always like being able to go to the store and buy stuff for Christmas decorations and things and know that I'm not touching, my operating money, so to speak. So it's not eating into anything else. And then self-care, we are going to be adding $10 to this one as well. And this is just for me to be able to purchase clothes, if there's makeup that I want, if I need to pick up some nails, whatever, anything that's just for me that I wouldn't normally purchase because I can't justify it. I have a fund where I can justify that. So we are adding $10 to what we should already have, which is $75. So we have $50 in the bank, 70, 80, and 85. Just kind of takes the pressure off of, the agonizing, should I or shouldn't I? If it's there and I can, if it's something that I need or want, then I can do that. I mean, shoot, I can even take myself to go see a movie. All right, and then moving on to vacation. Vacation is also getting $10. And you'll notice that I'm not putting a lot of money in any one category. I'm kind of spreading the money around. And the reason for that is because every little bit, every dollar, whether you're able to put in $1, $2, $50, it doesn't matter. It does add up. You just have to be consistent with it. And before you know it, you're going to reach a goal that you didn't think you were going to, which is what I love about this process. So, and this I am saving up towards my vacation week in December. So I've got 250 in the bank, 70, 80, 85, and 90, so 290. I think I want to top this out. I've decided about 300, so I'm really close. I'll probably be able to get that fully funded at our next paycheck cash stuffing. So that makes me feel really good. And then that money can start going somewhere else. Okay, and then budget. So this is for budget supplies, anything that I think I need for my setup, whether that is a new binder, new envelopes, if there's like a new light that I want, you know, whatever I need. This is the fund that it's going to come out of. So we're going to add $10 to this one and we should have 55. So that's building up nicely. I just have to be disciplined and not buy any more savings challenges or anything like that for a while. So there's 20, 40, 50, and 55. All right, and then moving fund. This is to help me move. I will be making a big house move in probably about a little less than a year now, if not sooner. Kind of depends on how things work out. So I'm just kind of saving towards those expenses. And, you know, of course, anytime you move house, you want to certainly, you know, replace a few things, get new curtains. You know, there's always something that you need. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90, and 95. Okay. I probably need to start working on beefing that up a little bit more. And then YouTube. This is a fund that I am working on in order to help fund giveaways or whatever, just so that we can mark any milestones that we happen to make on this channel. I'm being very optimistic. I would love to be able to give back to the community that is sharing my videos and enjoying them, because without you guys watching, I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is other than to just, you know, play with money, which that alone is, you know, reward enough. I don't know about you, but all right, so we should have 75 in here now. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 70, and 75. And we have just run out of money. So that means that this concludes our cash stuffing for this payday. I hope that you enjoyed or that you learned something or took something away from it. If you have any questions about anything that I am doing or any of the fund usage that I have in here, you know, feel free to put those questions down in the comments. I will certainly try to answer any questions anyone has. And I thank you so much if you stuck around this long. Giving your time is just an awesome, awesome gift to me and to others as well. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you on Tuesday for a check-in. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye.